We're live. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Fireside with Spirit. All right. So, because people often ask me this, and the customary thing where the camera disappears happens every week. Okay. People often ask me this. Amber, little kitty shapes, aquamarine. Yeah, guys. Welcome to Fireside with Spirit. My name is Heather Coleman, your intuitive medium and spiritual guide. Please drop me a comment and say hi if you're on, because Facebook doesn't show me when people are on. Amy, hello, how are you? Hi. There's so much going on, guys, and I'm really excited. First thing I want to do is show you the 3 card decks that Rafi picked out for us. You know what's really cool, actually? Before he selected these, I really felt the dragons strongly, and he kept saying mudras, so we're going to have a couple of those. And we have a cute little dragon that I keep on my desk. We've also got the dragons. They've been talking to me a lot lately, the dragons. And finally, we've got Radleigh Valentine, because it seems like I'm incapable of having a live stream without some Radleigh Valentine. I mean, really, folks. Look at it. So, those are the 3 card decks that we're going to be working with tonight. And before we get into a little bit more of that, I just want to kind of bring everyone up to speed on everything that's going on, because there's a lot, and I'm really excited and really having fun. So, the blog comes out tomorrow, where we're going to learn a little bit more about those 2 extended chakras, I believe. Yeah, the first 2 we did causal and soul star, if I remember. Ooh, up there above your crown chakra. So I'm excited to share a little bit more, and I'm learning as I research these. So that's going to come out tomorrow. The Monday Learn videos, new video comes out every Monday. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe so you never miss one. In the coming months, there are going to be guided meditations on my YouTube channel, yoga videos. That's all coming up in the next few months or so-ish. But for now, never miss a Learn video. Requests for topics on the Learn videos, put them in the comments here, or even better, in a PM, because your questions will guide the Learn videos and what's coming out over YouTube. We have a question here. Which author are you talking about, Amy? I'm just going to clarify, because we've got 3 authors, although 2 of them are female. So if you're talking about Radleigh Valentine, this is not his newest deck. In fact, I do have his newest deck, of course, but we're not using the Archangel Michael deck tonight. Maybe another time soon, though. But no, this is not his newest deck. So what else is going on? We mentioned the Monday Learn videos. The blog is going to come out Thursdays. This coming Friday, everybody, is the live real-time guided meditation. I decided it's hybrid. It's hybrid, so you can do in-person or virtual through Zoom. There'll be a recording that you can access afterward. Woohoo! So even if you cannot come, please do consider joining us, even if you can't be there at 7 o'clock on Friday, because you can access the meditation afterwards. It's going to be super healing. I'm so excited. 7 o'clock to 7:45 this Friday is that meditation. It's $15 per person. So, yippee! Oh, and it's St. Patrick's Day. So, we have a jumper. Little preview. So, we have a jumper. I almost said snake. You know something? I never realized until I got a snake how much dragons and snakes look alike. You know what? I drew this guy like a week ago for myself. And it kind of looks like he's sniffing his butt. It really does, actually. But I don't know why that popped up. Ooh. Crystal yellow dragon, everyone. Look, crystal yellow dragon. So just a couple of cards kind of floating around, some energy really circulating. In fact, I put both of those dragons here on either side of the computer, and I can't believe how powerful that is. All the dragons that have been visiting me lately have been reddish, orangish, yellowish in hue and in color. So, Amy, this one's for you. You've got a rainbow dragon near you at this time. The energy feels very 4D to me. You know what's neat about this deck? I want to say there's at least 5 different dimensions represented. There's at least 5 different dimensions represented in this deck. Ooh, dragons, angels, and unicorns. They're all part of the angelic realms, it says here. I just flipped open to this page here. They work on different aspects of life. Oh, this is for someone tonight. If you're buying a house, oh, like let's say you're buying a house, you might need a solicitor, an estate agent, a surveyor. They all do different things. The dragons and the angels and the unicorns are like that too, so they help you with different aspects of life. So I've had so many of these goldish, yellowish, orangey, reddish dragons around, and they do certain specific things. One thing that class of dragons do is transmutate anger, fear. They help you with time warping. They work closely with Archangel Metatron. So if you're trying to look at even more effective time management, those types of dragons are great. Now the rainbow dragons are very chameleon-like is a good word for that. Oh, they're fifth dimensional. I think I said fourth. Brings the leap of joy that opens new doors. And I really was drawn to flag Amy on this one, but that doesn't mean this is only for Amy by any stretch. Have trust, rediscover wisdom, expect miracles, accept opportunities. They're showing me that message in bright lettering, Amy, for you. Accept opportunities. And I'm going to turn to that page where we have a little bit more about our 5D rainbow dragon. Yeah, page 50. Huh. I noticed myself saying 5D right before I said page 50. There's a lot of numeric coding with the dragons. I've really been noticing this working with them. If our heart leaps with joy and gratitude when we see a rainbow, the universe opens new doors for us. So the rainbow dragon is the one that takes you to your individual special pot of gold. So Amy, this is the dragon for you to call on. While you're figuring out where is my pot of gold and what is my pot of gold, this is your dragon, Amy. This is your dragon. And isn't this just beautiful? Like in this picture here, how this dragon is just connected to this rainbow. It's really, really special. So the dragons are just amazing. They really are. So we've had a little bit of that fast swirling dragon energy here tonight. And while I am selecting the 3 card reading cards, I just want to remind everybody again that there's still a couple of days to register here for this Friday's guided meditation. I decided to make the meditations hybrid because I was like, you know what, just like the circles, some people I think really connect best and have the best experience in person. Some people the opposite. They're like, I feel best when I'm at home. So I'm going to let all of you choose how you do best with your meditation. So it is a hybrid event. You can attend in person in my sacred space. We are not in my sacred space now, so that's not what you're looking at now. But you can attend in person at the sacred space or online via Zoom. And how cool that we actually have a yellow mudra card sort of in a nice energetic alignment with our crystal yellow dragon. So I just want to point this out. This is a message for everyone. We will be doing this mudra in a little bit here. So that's sort of just a message for the collective. We'll get a little bit more into that after we do the 3 cards, okay? I've drawn one of them now. So I'm just going to show you just so you can go by your intuition. This is card number 1. Right here, this is card number 1. Now, the other 2 cards that I'm going to be drawing are actually from the Radleigh Valentine deck, because as I said, I like to say I'm incapable of doing a fireside without Radleigh Valentine, but why would I want to? Why would anyone want that? Radleigh Valentine himself is beyond adorable, and his card decks are beyond magical. So, I believe we have a jumper here. I love that. We've had a lot of jumpers tonight. I love that bouncy energy. So we... Okay. All right, a message for everyone. It's time to get more time outside in the fresh air to clear out the breathing pipes. Oh, you're very welcome, Amy. And guys, say hi if you're on so that I know you're here and I can greet you. So once again, this is card number 1 for our official 3-card reading tonight. This is card number 2. And again, we've got that yellow border. So we're noticing a lot of yellow. I want to point out right here that we have a crystal yellow dragon. Now, we're going to get more into this mudra later with our solar plexus chakra connected with this crystal yellow dragon. We're going to talk about that after we do our card reveals. And again, closely connected with Archangel Metatron in that solar plexus area, that color yellow, and Archangel Uriel. So this is all really working together when we notice these kinds of energies. So once again, we've got card number 1 for the reveal a card. We've got card number 2 here. And then finally, are you drawn to card number 3? Card number 3. So people have really been excited about these guided meditations. Now, again, the next one, our second one so far, is this Friday, the 17th. The one after that will be April 21st. It's 45 minutes. Starts at 7. You can go through Zoom, you can attend from home, or you can come to my sacred space. And what's really special about the monthly meditations is that they are channeled, meaning I do have a bit of a plan for them, just, some ideas. There's, for example, with any meditation, at least I think any effective meditation I've been a part of, you have a beginning, middle, and end. You have sort of a settling in, the meditation, and then the coming up at the end. So you're always going to have that. But I don't plan every single detail of it or every single nuanced aspect, because the fact that it's a real-time meditation means that I am listening to your guides, just like when we're live on Facebook, and the meditation is channeled and specifically geared directly to you in terms of what you need in that moment, both live and on the recording, because that meditation is going to be it's recorded, both available to listen to afterward. So that's pretty cool too. So again, super excited about that. Can't wait. It's 7 o'clock to 7:45 this coming Friday. $15 per person. So without any further ado, you know what? Okay. The next circle is February 25th. There is a meditation as part of the circle. It's shorter. It's about 10 minutes. Depending on the circle, it might be up to 15. So it's between 10 and 15 minutes, and that's at the beginning. Again, circles have a certain beginning, middle, and end, right? A circle, we have introductions that are usually very brief. We have the meditation. We have individualized readings for each participant, readings for the group. So it has that in common with our Facebook Lives. You have readings for the collective, right? Messages for the collective. And a wrap-up and a closing to each circle. Beyond that, circles tend to take on a life of their own. Some circles tend to be quieter, a little more somber, a little more solemn. Oh yes, Amy, you know what? Man, was I back in February? March 25th, thank you, Amy. The next circle is March 25th at 6 o'clock. So circles all have sort of a real beginning, middle, and end. Some common elements that you find at every circle, such as introduction, meditation. Everyone present gets a reading. There are always messages for the group. But depending on the circle, sometimes you'll have some things that'll happen spontaneously. You'll have, sometimes it'll be Q&A. There'll be more connection time. It all depends on the group. So I build in that time so that the circle can, to some extent, take on a life of its own. The themes are there. We're not enslaved to the themes, but the themes are really cool. I think they really seem to help. And the theme of our circle on March 25th is going to be Signs from Beyond. So helping you to clearly understand the signs you're getting from your spirit guides, from your angels, from your deceased loved ones. Yes! That is my birthday. So it's my birthday circle. And people have asked me, like, oh, do you want to be working on your birthday? And I'm like, yeah. That is seriously, it is my idea of the best birthday possible is to be sitting in circle with whoever can be there with me. So can't wait. Birthday circle. Yeah, and so there's information on my website. I will make sure the circle is on that homepage. That does need to be added, but you can visit the services page to register for that circle on the 25th. I'll put a link up after we're done here. So just to recap, this Friday coming up, we have our live guided meditation, which will also be recorded. And then we will have our circle March 25th next weekend, 6 o'clock p.m. So, and thank you, Amy, for the little birthday plug. So getting to our 3-card reading here, card number 1 is from our mudras cards, and this is a message. In other words, the mudra that we're going to do is the solar plexus chakra, but this is actually our root chakra. And there are several cards in this deck for each chakra. The deck is Mudras for Awakening the Energy Body, and the author is Alison D. Nicola. And so we're in the root chakra here, the root system. Now, if any of you are curious about that root chakra, I encourage you to visit my YouTube channel. There's an entire video that talks a little bit more in depth about that chakra and the layer of the aura that it's associated with. So check that out. You can also scroll down my page. It might take a little bit, but you can find it's part 1. But talking a little bit about this, when we look at what is the message, because this is a message, centering, often, and I sometimes hate admitting this when I do mudra work for myself, sometimes I draw cards, and if I keep getting the same ones over and over, I go, oh man, I need this still, I need this. So those of you that are drawn to card number 1, if I give you this message of, seems like you could use a little centering, you're probably going to go, oh God, it seems like I always need centering. If that's you and that's your mental reaction to this, please don't feel bad. You're not alone. Most of us just, we want to be very centered and grounded at all times, but that's not easy in today's chaotic, fast-moving world and so many ups and downs, unpredictability. So look at it this way. If you're getting a lot of signs from, let's say, the beyond, the universe, or even friends and family that maybe you need to center a little bit more, don't take it as a weakness on yourself. Just take it as, okay, this is just the way the universe says I need to do this regularly as self-care and focusing on myself. So the way you get yourself centered is going to be unique to you. So what works for you may or may not be the perfect thing for someone else. So the message this week is not, oh, hey, looks like you could use a little recentering. Here's how. That's not the message this week. The message, if you're drawn to card number 1, is focus each day on when you're feeling centered, or maybe when you're feeling uncentered or sort of knocked off center, and start asking yourself, what does it take to help me get centered again? For some people, some of us, it may just be as simple as taking a pause, taking a breath and saying, all right, maybe just recognizing, okay, I've gotten a little bit unglued, or somehow throughout the day I've become uncentered. Let me recenter. And sometimes it's just as simple as taking that moment to take a deep breath. Pause and breathe. Sometimes it's just that easy. So challenging yourself to take that moment every day to say, what does it take for me to get centered? When am I getting off center? So that was card number 1. Card number 2 from our Redley Valentine deck. And as you all know, I say this a lot, if the man wasn't married and gay, I'd marry him. So adorable. So adorable. So adorable. And he wears sparkly clothes, and he's just the cutest thing ever. So card number 2 by my favorite author, Redley Valentine. The message, if you're drawn to card number 2, is you're ready. You're ready. So if there is something that you've been thinking about beginning, you are ready to begin that. If you've been asking yourself, okay, should I take that first step? Should I pull the trigger? The answer is yes. Now is the time you are ready. For some of you, you might be going, good, I'm finally ready. So if that's the case, great, you're finally ready. Awesome. Good for you. Congratulations. You're ready. So that would be for most of you with card number 2 here. This is card number 2. If there is something you've been thinking about beginning, sort of taking that first step or that leap, you are ready. This is the time. For one or two of you, there may be something you've been thinking about ending or sort of just cutting off, wrapping up, tying up loose ends. And the question might be, am I ready to do that? You are ready. And maybe not ending a whole relationship. Maybe just reducing contact, or maybe sort of making the official last snip of a relationship, right? You are ready. You are ready. If that's the question that you're asking yourself, you are ready, and it is the time. And so finally, card number 3. So those of you that were drawn to card number 3, here it is. Recovery. And the message I have for card number 3 people is, you are not alone in your recovery. You are always being supported. And I love this image. I just want to make sure that it's able to be seen, because I know the lighting can be a little funky in here. So I hope you can see this, how you've got a lady sitting in a relaxed meditative position, and you've got this angel behind her the whole time. And the angels are literally like that all the time. And it's amazing how we forget, isn't it? I mean, I think I may have shared this in other videos, how sometimes when I go to sleep at night, I can finally, there we go, I can finally remember what it was like to be a baby at night, because I can actually remember when I was a little baby, I mean infant to toddler, in a crib. I can remember what the ceiling of my nursery looked like, the lights, the mobile, the night light, all of it. And I can remember also that I could really see all the angels flying around me, and guides, all of them. Babies are born and being able to clearly see, hear, and feel angels. And then they just forget. And for someone like myself, and you can do this too in your own way, with all of the meditation I do and communication with the other side, with the spiritual realm, when I fall asleep at night, I can clearly see, sense, smell the angels, just like I could when I was a baby. And I can remember that from when I was a baby. And the reason I agreed with them. The angels wanted me to specifically tell you that, to tell you that I can actually sense their presence when I'm sleepy again, like I could when I was a little kid, is so that I can tell you from my own personal experience that they are literally always there. The wings, they've got their wings wrapped around you 24/7. Everyone is born with at least 2 guardian angels. That is their job, and they love it. They are around you like this, protecting you, cocooning you all day. Even when you're running on the track, even when you're sitting at your desk working, even when you're in the shower. They're not watching you, but they're there. My point is that they're there always. Literally, you know how we hear in spiritual circles that, oh, you're not alone, it's just an illusion, and we're like, yeah, tell that to blah, blah, blah. You're literally never alone, because this is not just a nice picture to make you feel good. This is how we all live. We just forget that they're there. I mean, and as you can probably think when I'm saying this to you, we literally forget, because we forget that they're behind us, and they are there 24/7. I hope you can see, because there's like an angel's face just above her face. I know it's probably a little tough to tell, but maybe not. So literally, your angels are always there. They're never away from you. Your assigned guardian angels are never away from you. So you're never doing the work alone. And listen, the card was recovery. Seriously, everyone is recovering from something. Some people might be recovering at any one time from a lot of something. Some people might be recovering from just 1 or 2 or 3 somethings. You name it, it could be anything. It could be past lives. It could be childhood trauma for this life. It could be adult trauma. It could be a narcissistic ex-husband. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It could be so many things. It could be childhood bullying. You name it, people are recovering from it. Fear about what's going on in the news, things like that. Worrying about family members, whatever it is, the loss of a loved one. So keep in mind, if you feel overwhelmed, that it's taking forever to recover, it's taking everyone forever to recover. So it's not like you're just slow. So moving on from that message, let's have one more look at this beautiful rainbow dragon. Yeah, your mom passing away. That takes that takes a long time, Amy. And my dad just piped up to share this with you and with everyone. My dad died in 2003. So this coming December, it'll be 20 years since he died. And I wasn't open for the first, oh gosh, how long would it be? 2003, 8 years, 9 years after he died, I was not an open medium. So I've been an open medium now for over 10 years and able to clearly hear and understand my dad. So I'm used to my dad being a part of my everyday life again, like he's not dead. Because he's not really dead. He's not dead the way we think of death, you know? But that being said, there are still these times, even though I feel he is more alive than ever, and he's just as much a part of my life now as he was before he died, but even in spite of all of that, there are times that I'm like, why can't you be here? And he's like, I am here. I am literally right here. And so that was part of that message with that card where you've got the angel right behind this lady, literally. But even with all of that, it still takes a long time to process grief. And, you know, Amy, you're only a few months into it, but there are still times that I'll just hit a pang of grief that my dad isn't here with us. Like able to go places with us, like get in the car, you know, go with us to Magic Mountain, jump on a roller coaster with us. You know what I'm saying? And that never goes away. That never goes away. So, but moving on for one more message from our golden solar dragon before we tell him good night. They keep drawing my attention to the way that he's looking at his butt. He's looking at his butt. I love this message. He's a pip, this guy. Human beings... okay. Human beings are not designed to literally turn around and sniff our own ass. So we have a lot of trouble seeing our own shit. What a great message. I was just thinking about this recently, how I realized that my Snakey, who will be joining us next week, she just ate, so she's got to chill out. She can twist herself in all kinds of shapes and bend and do really fun things. And I'm kind of jealous sometimes. I'm like, even though I do yoga, I can't do what she does. But regardless, humans cannot see their own asshole. So somebody needs to hear that. Somebody needs to hear that, maybe just so you can laugh about how many assholes you meet. And you're like, how can they be such assholes? Well, you know, that dragon might be able to turn around and see under its own tail, but most people can't. That was great. Listen, I do not pre-plan lives, and this is why I'm always going to do these, because you'll notice the YouTube videos that are pre-planned are different, but these lives, you know, listen, it's not rehearsed, it's off the cuff. It'll change a bit depending on who's on here, depending on which guides are coming forward. But I'm finding I like the dragons a lot lately. They've been with me a lot. They've been with me a lot lately. And I encourage all of you to really notice who's with you a lot. Like, for me, it's interesting that the dragons have been so much more vocal, because one thing I never knew about dragons is that they are indeed more similar than many would think to angels, with the way they will wrap you in their wings and make you feel really safe and cocooned like a little baby. They do that. I mean, they're cool. You know, we know that they transmutate. We know that they help lift our vibration. We know that they breathe fire and like burn up disease in our body and all this fun stuff. But we forget how they will like rock us like we're a little baby, you know? And my son Rafi I've always been able to see that since he was a little kid, all the dragons in his aura. So, all right, guys, last thing we're going to do tonight, our crystal yellow dragon, and this is who you are being guided to call on. Now, we had something a little earlier where we talked about expanding our upper chakra system above the crown. Check out that series on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. It's just under Heather Coleman. Definitely subscribe so you never miss a video. Higher learning and wisdom with our crystal yellow dragon here, and specifically commitment to our purpose, even if we don't know what the F it is. It's okay if you don't know what the hell your purpose is. That being said, this is why I'm going to teach you this mudra. It's okay to commit when you don't know what you're committing to, energetically speaking. So, in other words, just setting the intention to commit to something and get clear on something, even if you don't know what it is within yourself, that's safe to do. It's kind of like you're promising your higher self to do what you forgot you promised yourself you were going to do before you came into body. So it's a good way to remember what you already knew. Yeah, that made sense. So we are going to take our left palm upward, right hand in the left, thumb up, hold it right over the belly. So what we're doing is we've got our left fist, thumb up on our right on our left. There we go. Right in front of the belly. It looks just like this. Looks like that. And the mantra with this is, I align awareness, focus, and commitment. Now, really effective when you do this mudra, call on that crystal yellow dragon. There he is. Call on that crystal yellow dragon. Isn't he cute? And make that mudra shape. I align awareness, focus, and commitment. I align awareness, focus, and commitment. So be it, and so it is. That was a very powerful circle. I can feel that sort of sealing off circle energy happening here. And so just one more time, I'm going to announce the dates of the next couple of hybrid events. We've got our guided meditation, March 17th. That's this Friday at 7, in person or Zoom. Go to my website for more, or to register, or DM me. And then March 25th, which is my birthday, we've got our Angel Circle with the theme of Signs from Beyond. So super, super excited about all of that, guys. And tell your friends about this, because I feel like Fireside, we're ready for more interaction, aren't we? We're ready for more questions and sharing. So guys, let everyone know that Fireside Live is every Wednesday at 9 o'clock p.m. So, all right, guys, that is it for tonight. Thank you all so much. Much peace, much love, and namaste.